Etsy ads data is broken, but we have to look into it. So I'll show you where to find the data and what to do with it. I promised this year I would be more hands-on help and show you what I'm doing in my Etsy store. So hopefully that can help you directly see what to be doing. If you don't have ads running, that is totally fine, but there is some really good data you can get out of Etsy ads. So if you have Etsy ads running and you're not using that data, you are leaving some money on the table. So we get into from marketing to Etsy ads, and you can see your ad performance and decide on a whole lot of things. So the first thing, I have actually contacted Etsy about this issue. I'm a bit unhappy with it. You can see from all your listings, it says detailed statistics, and you can dig into that, and it's supposed to show you the search terms that led to the ad. This is where you can give them feedback to say if a keyword is irrelevant. Don't know how useful that is. I don't know how much attention they pay to that, but the other things you can do is you can see what keywords people found your ad for. You can see what keywords your ad was shown for. Unfortunately, Etsy has a glitch with this that apparently for the first half of the month you can't see it. So if I go to click on this, no search terms for this ad yet. And it's just not true, because a couple of weeks ago I saw search terms for these ads. I definitely saw in this one. And there's nothing. And I only just switched on my ads less than 30 days ago. So this is definitely a glitch. I've contacted Etsy. They gaslit me in chat for quite a while, repeating the same thing, saying, oh, you have to have a certain number of views for it to be able to show. I'm like, yes, I know, but I can see it in Google Analytics, and I was able to see it like a week ago. So the problem's your end. So they've said they'll look into it, but I saw in the forums people are saying that this happens every month. So this is not good. So this is data that we want to be able to see. One thing I do with this, when you click on the detailed stats and then searches that led to this ad, you can see terms that people were shown your listing for and they didn't necessarily click on it. So what I do with that is I look, are there terms that I'm showing up for that aren't relevant? For instance, I created this little miniature schnauzer because I was in a different listing. Which one was it? I think it was this one. I was in this listing and I saw impressions that people had been searching for a miniature schnauzer. Etsy had been showing them this dog and they weren't clicking on it because it's not a miniature schnauzer. So I made a miniature schnauzer and it's getting a lot. I can't show you the data because it's not there, but we can see I made that, I put it up, and it's getting a good number of clicks, it's getting a good click-through rate. So this is another thing to look at. Now, I've not got any sales from this just now. That's not good. It's not good, but so the first step I'm going to look at here, we have a click-through rate. So this is Etsy messes up its ads, its terminology. By views here, it means impressions. This is every time it's shown your listing to people. Now, this isn't just in search, this is in anywhere it can show your listing. But you see the views and then you see clicks. So there's no point asking me what's a good click-through rate for this, what's a good click rate, because everybody's shop's going to be different. But what you want to do is you can look and see what's good for you. So good for me is about 2%. So I know that these listings, when they're being shown, get a really good click rate. So I can maybe focus in on these. I can make sure these ads are running. I can really make sure I'm happy with them. But obviously, when they're being shown, people are liking what they see. So this is a good thing. Then I want to come down and look at ones that have a lower click rate than this. Now, if I could dive into the detailed stats, these two listings are very, very similar because it was a test I was running. And they're getting almost a similar number of impressions, but much less click-through rate. So I'd want to look into this and see what keywords am I getting shown for? What's different with this, because it's very similar. So potentially I had actually focused in this listing to be good for ads. I'd taken out like the other breeds of dogs it could be shown for, and it's doing less well. That's interesting. So just look at what's doing less well, look into the detailed stats and find out why. I mean, some of them are obviously doing very poorly. So I can see these gift bundles that are made. Now, I had the idea to do these before Christmas. I put them up and I've not made any sales with them. And people are just not liking them. Are the pictures no good? Potentially. Are just people not liking this? Etsy's still managing to show them to a fair number of places, so that's interesting. And this one, as I said, it was getting shown for different breeds of dogs and people weren't clicking on it, so the click rate's lower. So I've made some more breeds of dogs and I've removed some of the keywords from that listing to hopefully improve it. But if some are just doing really badly, just switch off the ads for them. Like this one, it's not costing me much, but nobody's clicking on it. I'm going to stop advertising these guys because there's no point. It's not costing me money if people aren't clicking on it, but people are not liking it when they see it. So let's work on that. Let's come away. Maybe this is a range that I don't want to have anymore. Maybe I could sell things individually. I'll have to look into that, but I certainly don't want to throw ads at it because with that low of a click rate, not many people are clicking on it, so it's not liked where it's been shown, so let's just get rid of it. But you want to know the stats. You need to know the data. Now, if you've connected up your Etsy shop to Google Analytics and connected it to eRank, we do have some data here. So Shop Insights traffic stats, we get some data, and the good thing with this is we can get further than 30 days, but I'm just going to look at last month. So we get some data here, and what you can look at when I click on it, dog felt ornament, that was shown from Etsy ads. So I can see, and if I'm seeing, like this is just a new, because I'd seen a search term for brown border collie. I'd been seeing in my ads lots of searches for border collie, so I made a couple of new listings and they are getting seen in Etsy ads. So you can go into view traffic stats for an individual listing and you can see the organic keywords and the keywords for Etsy ads. This is a very new listing, so it probably won't have much. But yeah, so we get the data and you can go into larger time periods as well. But people were searching for brown. Someone searched for brown border collie and clicked on that. Maybe I could add brown border collie somewhere. Yeah, I could remove that keyword. Definitely. You want to go in to Etsy and maybe take out an irrelevant keyword and put brown border collie because people were searching for it. So why not? But if you haven't connected up everything, you can still see a little bit in Etsy. They don't tell you can do this, but there is a little way to do it. If you go into your stats and pick your time period, and yeah, I'm going to be honest about everything. I'm not doing great, but I decided I wanted to do better this year than last year, and I've been working on things after I reopened my shop less than a month ago. So it's taken a little bit to build it up, but I am getting more visits than I did last year. I am getting 200% more sales and 433% more revenue. So definitely what I'm doing is working. However, I'll talk about what that means at a later date. But right, if you click on Etsy ads, it'll just take you to the Etsy ads page. But if we go to Etsy app or any of the other bits, watch and see, so they've changed it while I'm not looking. But yeah, you go to this and you get some data on the specific thing you've clicked on. And if you click in on anything other than Etsy ads, then you are able to look at Etsy ads on this page. If I'd have clicked on Etsy ads, it would have taken me to the marketing page. But now we're in this traffic details. I can click on advertising and it keeps me here, so I can see my Etsy ads. Visits from Etsy ads. Now we don't get everything. It excludes app visits, which is an absolute pain. But anyway, we can see which listings are getting visited, which is interesting that these two are ones that I just made and listed recently, and they're getting a good lot of getting seen. And hey, cool, people are searching for something to do with sheep. But the other thing here is you can see some of the search terms at least. So I'd looked on here and I saw border collie. That's why I've added a few extra border collies. People are currently looking for border collies and being shown my items. So perhaps I'm close to the sale if I just had some better listings. So it's a good time to update things. There'll be some irrelevant things, tuxedo cat fabric, but felted Yorkie. Should I be making a Yorkie? I am. Black sheep needle felting. I want to make a black sheep. There we go. So I've got some ideas for stuff to make. Don't spend a lot of money. These are just small. I only had one visit, but needle felted Boston Terrier. I don't believe I have a specific listing for that just now. There's no reason why I shouldn't have, so I'm going to make a Boston Terrier. So that's a way to use your ads, because your ads can get you shown in places that you didn't necessarily expect, that you didn't optimize for, because Etsy tries to show your ad. Etsy tries to spend your money. So you might as well use the data that you've got to find what you're getting shown for. And if it's something that you haven't optimized for, look and see if you can optimize for it. Can you make a listing? Can you showcase a listing a little bit better because people are looking for it? Anyway, that's that's how to get around and look at your keywords if you need to, because Etsy's messing up just now. Hope that helps. See you next time.